Hello again. So you're wondering where we are today? Well, we're at the top of Knight's Road in Crowman. As I've mentioned former workplaces in one of my other videos, I thought maybe I'd have a nose around at some of the places I used to work. This around here used to be the site of the famous Chroma Crab Company. I worked here briefly, 92, 93, something like that. This gym wasn't here then, no. Because all this building we can see in here was part of the crab factory, I believe. And they also owned this building here. So I remember doing some work in this building here. It was main used for storage then. Well, if we go back along here, like I said, I do remember this hasn't been here that long. I can't remember exactly how long. It's a few years, but let's have a look around here. This was another part of the crab factory. In fact, I do remember during my youth around here used to be a bicycle shop. It's a bicycle shop of sorts now. As you can see, that's where the mobility centre is now. They used to be on Overstrand Road, just as you turn into town. Who knows, maybe in a few years I may have to come around here. We can't get round that bit there. So let's make a return journey back to where we came. Like I said, all this building here is pretty new. It's gone up in the past, at least in the past 30 years or so. So I'm just trying to remember what was in those buildings there. Maybe one of you watching this will be able to tell me back past the gym again. Although I think that's part of the Electrifying Cycles mobility shop. So it's a nice 4x4 there. Is that a 4x4? No. It's big wheels, I think, whatever it is. I do remember that there, at the end there. That was a cafe at one time, I think. Not where the shutters have drawn down. Now, if we make a left here, it's very sunny today. I had to put my sunglasses on. All signs of the gym. So I do remember all this was a part of the crab factory. Now here's where the vets used to be. They moved out when the Chroma vets moved in at the old surgery and started taking some of their business, including our business. And I can remember, I can see why a lot of people left that particular vet's practice. You see, I think there's probably a car park here now. Let's look over here. Here's Jamick, the car repair shop. Now let's see if I can see that sculpture thing there. I don't know if you can see the top of it there. Let's see. Can you see it? That's sometimes out on the road. You can pass it as you go on the road. It's quite impressive, really. And there's a caravan and a porter cabin. Well, that's pretty much it, really. Like I said, all this building here, that was part of the crab factory. I mean, there seemed to be a time where most of the people I knew worked at this crab factory at one point or another. In fact, I remember one of my neighbours, Wayne, said to me during my teenage years, "You'll probably end up as a crabby worker at some point." And he was right. Not just here, but in Sheringham. So there's not much more to show you, and to be honest, there's not much to show you here, is there really? So I think we'll leave it at that. And we'll move on to our next stop. So, now we're in Sheringham. And this is the Weybourne Road Industrial Estate. Don't know if it's called that now. There's a sign there for Kingsland Engineering. Well, I'm here to look at another site where I used to work. That would be for the Norfolk Shellfish Company. I worked here for, it's been about a year, in 1991. And I think it was somewhere up here. Bear in mind, I have not been here for over 30 years. And I think that's the building there. Norfolk Shellfish was bought out by the Climate Crab Company. I'm not sure exactly when. It was somewhere between me working here and then going to work at Climate Crab Company a few years later. If I recall, that was the entrance. The reception area would have been over there. Let me have a look around here. Yeah, this does seem quite familiar. That first sliding door you can see here. I think it was behind that door I did a lot of my work when I worked in the packing department and the QC department. I mean, I tell people that I was Deputy Quality Control Officer. In fact, there was only two of us working in that department, me and the boss's son, Danny. So to be honest, there's really not much to see here. I'm not sure who's in there now. It seems to be empty. I mean, this seemed to be a thriving little industrial estate when I was here. Go back past the old entrance. Not sure what's here now though. As you can see, some of the signs here are a bit faded. And that building there could be empty. The sign up there is rusty. And like I said, it does seem to have seen better days. Seems to be a few things open over there. Oh, Norfolk Homes over there. So I think we'll leave here now. Like I said, I haven't been here for over 30 years, and it'll probably be another 30 years before I'm here again.